I think majority of the gaming community agrees that sports games seems to be one of the worst gaming genres. Every problem that you have with gaming applies to sports games like times 10. It's overpriced, plus you gotta buy a new one every single year if you want to be up to date. It's extremely unoriginal. You're basically paying $70 for the same game every single year. If I were extremely objective, I would have to say that sports games suck. It's the worst genre. But I am not, and I love sports games. Obviously, Red Dead Redemption 2 is better than NBA Jam, but in which game can I dunk on Shaq? I don't think people who don't play sports games understand how sports games work and why people love them so much. First things first, people like sports. You know what's better than watching football? Playing football and being 10 times better than you actually are. What could be better than playing your favorite sport as your favorite player on your favorite team? Majority of the time, sports games are meant for multiplayer. You're not going to have the best time playing by yourself compared to playing with a family or friend. And I know this may seem toxic, but the best part about playing sports games is not just winning, but hearing the person on the other line losing it.
You guys are double teaming me. I know I'm good, but damn. At the buzzer. What the
Online gaming is just meant to be toxic. Now with story mode and career mode, that might be a little bit different. For some reason, I am addicted to UFC career modes. After I played UFC Undisputed 09, I immediately went to UFC 4. There's no story in either of these games, but the point is so that you become the best fighter in the UFC. How do you do that? You fight a lot. The grind to be the best is in all sports games because essentially that's what sports is about. But there are a lot of sports games that have amazing stories that I feel aren't appreciated that much. Fight Night Champion was one of my favorite sports games growing up, and the main reason was because of how good the story mode was. Isaac Frost was peak antagonistic writing, bro. I don't care what y'all say. And I think that's the problem with a lot of sports games nowadays. The story of these sports games are now an afterthought, and I think they could be amazing, great, peak games if they just put story first instead of multiplayer. With the amount of stories that you could go with sports game, you could be fed for decades, bro. A lot of these stories could also resonate with the sports player fan base 10 times much more than any other fan base can, because it's a possibility, because probably at least one person has experienced it in their life. There are so many possibilities when it comes to sports games, like any other genre, but unlike any other genre, people just don't want to try. And I don't want to be like that guy, but there is no reason for EA to innovate. Yes, it's the same game every year, but y'all buy the same game every year. What's the point of trying something different and risking profits? We could all complain about microtransactions, but at the end of the day, y'all niggas still buy them. When you're talking to a billionaire, you talk with your wallet, not your words. And you might say you hate a game, but your money says otherwise. CEOs will continue to laugh at you until you actually show them that you're not playing and you don't want to play a trash game. By, guess what? Not buying a trash game. And if you want to play basketball, I suggest playing NBA Jam on the couch with your homeboys. It's going to be more fun anyways. All I'm trying to say is that sports games are great. How many sports games are great aren't that much.